The whole shaft moved. How did that move? See that?
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another eerie day. Like, it is so eerie. After the rain last night, it actually was pretty decent. We only got 1/10 of an inch, which actually works out. In the last week we got 4/10, so that's better than nothing. Like, there's still some moisture, so we're going planting, and we got to finish up. We got to do our tests, our plot strips out front, but we're gonna go hammer out back, and it's gonna be a good day. So appreciate you guys watching along, and well, we got to get some fuel first, but then we'll dive into it. I just got some fuel delivered. We did 400 gallons on the dot. The gentleman who delivers, he watches the channel a little bit now, so I appreciate that. At $2.75 a gallon. I think it was $2.72 last. So this is off-road diesel only. At some point we're gonna have some on-road diesel because it is a lot cheaper than at the pumps. But some people have asked, why don't you take the bulk tank and make it into a fuel? No. Nothing about that sounds appealing. He is working on trying to get me a legit fuel. But at the end of the day, my goal is to have that. Right now, that's kind of my temporary stuff, and it's been working. So our second load of fuel, and everything's full so we can run. Before we dive into today's video, don't forget duffyag.com, new merch. Yeah, the Yanko shirt, the Mac's on it. The Mac's gonna get fixed. Don't worry, we got a whole series that's gonna be coming out of that. Some cool stuff, some cool features, and a little bit of wrenching, get in the shop. So, alrighty. Let's go corn planting. Left the connectors sitting on the plows out back as far as the hydraulic adapters. The planter's got new style, and then they got the Pioneer. There's a John Deere Pioneer or whatnot, it says on them. So I could take them off the disc. Right? Do I use them on that? Yeah, I used all four on that. So we'll just jump on the bike, go out back. A bunch of people have asked, why don't you have it rigged up so that you can put the bike on in front of the equipment and whatnot? I just haven't got around to that. We got some new products that we might test out to make a bracket or something. But at the end of the day, it's how much time I got in the day. And I know there's some people, and I'm just making a point, don't freak out in the comments, that tell me I should get up earlier, or I should work more, or I should do this. All right, come work with me for a week and we'll see who's still alive at the end of it. There's a lot more that goes on than anybody really sees. I haven't looked at the cows either this morning. Those two look good. We'll let that warm up. Yanko's already comfortable. Riding bike one-handed. I'm not so good on two wheels, by the way. A lot of people said, get a dirt bike or something. How are we doing today? Anybody calf? No calves? I do see the calf there. You still got the hairdo going on, which I like it. I like it, Picasso. Well, alrighty. Yeah, they're looking good. This sky is just insane. They probably got 3 days worth of grass here, to be honest. There's just so much of it. I did say, hey, send me some more cows, so we'll see what her schedule is as far as trucking some cows in. So, because that way we can graze all this, we can graze that, we got to graze all that, we got to graze in front of the house, we could graze over the hill some. Like, there's a ton of grass, and them cleaning it up makes it so much better for everything. Keeping things organized while you're planting, well, that's a challenge. But thanks to Ridge wallets, you don't have that problem with keeping your wallet organized, keeping the necessities in and the trash out. So I'd like to thank today's partner, Ridge wallets. Right now, till June 15th, up to 40% off Ridge wallets. Not only do they have wallets, but they have a lot of accessories for life. I've been rocking this wallet, as I've said in previous videos, and Ridge has been a great partner of the channel for 4 or 5 months. It's kept me cleaned up, kept all the receipts out of my wallet that then get thrown away. It forces you to, well, keep your life organized. You got your cards, they got 30 different designs. Yeah, where I said previously I'm going to get a different one just to accessorize better. But right now, till June 15th, you can get up to 40% off ridge.com/DuffyAg. Yeah, hit the link down below. They've been absolutely awesome. Very excited to keep working with them in the future. And let's keep organized and keep rolling forward. So, as I said, ridge.com/DuffyAg for up to 40% off till June 15th. So make sure you hit the link, check them out. Been absolutely awesome of a wallet, and very glad that I got them in my life. Yeah, there they are. It does say on them, we gotta clean them up. Pioneer to Deer, or whatever it is. That's the remote. Chasing birds. Just got to load the planter. Yes, some of the names are a little faded. I'm gonna have somebody that's got good handwriting retrace over them. That's the nature of it, going onto plastic and being outside. But from here on out, they'll be able to be inside, stored away after we're done planting. Let me get loaded up. So where we're at, we got roughly 8 bags. 8 bags is 20 acres. We got roughly 40 acres that we got seed for. I think we're gonna put like 35 in. So we'll have a little bit left over. But that's what I'm thinking. Phone's going off. We are opened up. We're ready to rock and roll. We will see if the planter wants to play good today. So I had my headset on, and well, it started failing rows on 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what exactly happened here? I see the grease isn't greasing there. This is spinning, so it's not engaging itself. Which there is a piece inside of it, but I don't think it's moving all the way over. Oh, it's holding itself there. It won't let it. So this has to be moved over that way. The collar just moved. Okay. Nice. Do I got an adjustable one here? The whole shaft moved. How did that move? See that? It's just barely in there, but it's keyed there. Nothing broke. That don't make much sense. Yeah, that's pinned all the way through. Oh, this moved over. Okay. That makes sense now. See how this moved over? So that's why that moved over. But that shouldn't affect any of this. This just, oh no, it moved. Okay, I got it figured out. This whole piece moved over. So what we got to do is, these must have not been tight or something, and it slid over, and then that slid everything. Hoping that must have just started. Getting it moved back over. So these bolts just loosened up. This was actually hand tight. And that makes sense why everything moved. Granted, this isn't as crucial, but it does run everything. So we got a bunch of no runs back there. Probably replant this whole row and go from there. Where were you there? We got it all good. I'm gonna go back to the beginning, create its outside row, and just plant the whole strip. I'll disengage the 4 on the other side. While planting conditions today are actually favorable, you can see the row markers. We got some moisture in the soil, so things are good. But everything's fighting me. I've never had this happen. Never once had that happen. Okay. Whew. Yeah, haven't got much done. This is how our day is gonna go. Yep. Okay. Try not to smash my finger. It's a lot better. I never did anything for it. Yeah. Farmers who don't pick up their baling twine and put it through the manure spreader. Nope. Yeah, it was tied all together. They just throw it in the gutter, let it go outside, we'll work in. 30 years later, still got baling twine everywhere. We gotta do a little tree trimming because we could lift this up and get across here with the planter, but that's in the way. Makes for a pain where you could just leave it unfolded and go from one field to the next. But I'll wing this one in. I did move the marker arm holder onto this side. Oh, come on. We're on an incline. Don't slam your fingers in it. That's better. Why is your nose wet? It is ice cold in here, dude. I had to put the sweatshirt back on. And it's on low. And it's windy. And it's smoky. And we're done out back here. So, we got one more to do. And probably another one that we picked up. We gotta figure that out. I told him I'd get a hold of him. But we'll see if it wants to lift itself up now. That, I just cycled it a ton of times, so. Nope. So I gotta phase it with that attached in the middle. So I'll pull the stops back out. Yep. We'll get it figured out for next year. There it goes. Stop for lunch at my house. Relax, people. I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there and a car pulls in and it's got a Simpico bumper sticker and I go, I know what's going on. So Dennis stopped in, who lives 10 miles, 15 miles, not even, Worcester. Stopped in. We talked about some oil. He's gonna get me some pricing because I'm trying to supply the shop so we're in a good place for maintenance and preventative maintenance. But I was like, I need some good grease. I said, so he hooked me up with 2 to give a try, see which ones I like, and they're not very different on the price. But alrighty, what I gotta do is we got seed in the planter, we got seed bags that gotta go in. We're doing strips over there. It's the last real push of any corn. We do have like 3-4 acres left, but I got to get that lined up. And we're going to do some strips so we can do some comparison side by side, both because I want to know the different varieties and because Master's Choice working with them as far as some silage varieties, so we got some comparison. So let's go load the truck with individual seed, bring it over there, jump on the bike, ride back. It ain't too far. If we had a roadway across like it used to have, there was a roadway over there, which we should build that bridge. No, we're not using the tank or the box trailer as a bridge because there's no structure to it. We got to build it good, but that's what I'm doing. We got our seeds. I did mess up seedway. I only have two of the bags, not the third, because I planted it all out. One variety of channel that's in the planter, we're going to do that first pass and then we'll work our way across. But I'm going to go down, do the back rows, we'll empty some of the planter, and then right here I'm going to have all the varieties. So we got 5 varieties of Master's Choice, which is a hybrid field corn, as you see, primarily for silage. So we'll do our we'll do our channel, Seedway, Master's Choice. But yeah, some of these are test plot bags, some are full bags. So we just got to work it out. 0% chance of rain, and we got raindrops. You can't tell if the storm is coming or not because, well, the sky is, I think that's just the smoke. You can still taste it. But I did something different here. I'm still planting the same variety. I had an idea because I wasn't going to empty out as much seed that's in the boxes. So we'll finish up this variety and then I'll show you what my plan is. This is what I ended up doing. I got 10 test strips that we're going to put in right here. Hopefully they all fit. We'll see. And I left a border around it so we can actually drive right around it. But that is what we're going to do, and then I'll record everyone. Yeah, I got rainbow colors and whatnot, but this rain is just messing with me just enough. So I'm going to keep going. It's not wet enough to shut the planter down, but just enough that it's damp. It's honestly drizzling just enough that it's making switching seed around, because if that seed sits somewhere after it's wet, it's just going to be junk. So we'll shut it down. Tomorrow morning we'll get after it, get this plot hammered out. As you see, all the boxes are wet, but I got this planter empty. I just got to unload those and then go from there. Yeah, shutting down was a good decision. Even though the weather says it ain't gonna rain anymore, it just continues to rain. Corn looks good though. It needs it. So if we shut down and finish our last few acres tomorrow, I'm okay with that. I'm sure there's gonna be some opinions that say I should have kept planting. I'm really glad I didn't. It continued to mist, and that would have just made rotten seed in the long term, because we are gonna store some seed because we're not gonna plant everything. So we'll have a few buckets left over, which is normal. That's normal of the whole thing. But alrighty, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget duffyag.com. The link to the direct new shirts is down below. Yeah, we got till the 22nd of pre-order, and then I don't really know. I might order some more in the future, but doing pre-order is the biggest thing because having a huge supply and not having anywhere to store it at the moment without doing some expansion in the house, which currently we don't have time for that. So appreciate you guys watching along though, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And maybe we'll finish planting corn, maybe we won't.